Trigger warning. This episode discusses sensitive topics, including suicide attempts, abuse, violence, mental illness. These discussions may be distressing for some listeners. Please take care of yourself and consider whether this content is suitable for you at this time. This is part 1 of our episode.
Hello and welcome back to Adiós Guapo. My name is Maria and I am happy to be here.
Hi guys, I'm back. This is Jessie.
Hi guys, this is Melly.
Hi, it's Lisette. And today we have a special guest with us.
Hi, I'm Jay. I'm Melly's sister-in-law. And thank you for having me here.
Yay, we're happy to
Welcome.
have you here.
Lisa and Flaca are not able to join us today, but we miss you guys.
So let's dive into the topic of mental health and maternal mental health. Para nuestra cultura no se escucha hablar mucho de nuestra salud mental.
It's a very taboo topic.
Yes.
I would say.
See, there's a stigmas.
A lot of them. So this month of May, it's the Mental Health Awareness Month, and also,
Maternal mental health.
yes,
Yeah.
this year is the first year I've ever heard of that.
Same.
I was like, what is even that?
Yeah, same. I looked it up right away. I heard about it through my job.
Mm-hmm.
And when I looked it up, it talks about and it made so much sense. It talks about postpartum depression, or it's bringing awareness to postpartum depression and everything that mothers go through, at the beginning of their pregnancy, through their childbirth, and to the period when the baby's born.
Yeah, when I had my daughter, the first months were so weird because obviously I had given birth to a whole human, tiny human being. And I had a C-section, so everything was so strange, everything was in pain, and I had to take care of this little person. Even though my mom was there, I felt like I needed so much support. And sometimes when I would breastfeed my child, because I'm an anxious person, so I have anxiety, it would start with my leg shaking, and she'd be latched on. And I'm like, how long does this take? And I'd be feeding her. It would be to the point where I'd be like, oh my God, get her off of me. Just get her off of me because I can't. And it was such a weird feeling that when I talk about it, I feel so sad that I even felt that way when you're supposed to be bonding. And that's what maternal mental health awareness is, that it's okay to have those feelings. And because everybody expects you to be the best mom, it comes to you naturally. But to me, it took a long time to have that feeling of, oh, I'm bonding with her. To me, it was like, you're hurting me, you're a stranger, and I don't like this feeling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. I understand what you mean. I did breastfeed both my children for the first year of their life, and it's a lot. It takes a lot of work, a lot of we sacrifice so much, especially
Sleep.
in that period. And I remember just being just having a gathering at my house, and then having to go to bed early because the baby had to go to bed early. So then it's everyone was outside having fun and having a good time, and then I had to go inside, and then by the time I would come out, everybody would be gone.
Yeah.
And so it takes a lot. It's a lot.
Imagine me having a kid at 16.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It was really hard. I mean, now I don't remember what I went through, but I imagine it was super hard.
Yeah, eres una niña.
I was a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah.
Todavía I see my daughter that she's 16, and I see her and I said, oh my God, I imagine how I was with a child.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard, I guess.
That
Yeah.
is hard.
No, I had my first kid at 18. It grew me up right away. I didn't breastfeed, none of them.
No.
No, none. Mm-mm.
Es mucho.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
Mine
that's okay.
mine had the boob. I'm gonna call it the boob. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mine had the boob and formula because I'm like I'm not gonna be there most of the time.
Totally.
So someone needs to feed this child. The breast pumps didn't work for me. They would make me bleed. So, and then I'd want to gag. So I was like, no.
Oh, that's so
No, the
painful.
reason why I didn't breastfeed was because of my relationship. The father of my kids, I was having really bad relationship with him. So what I heard once with an older person, I heard once, cuando uno da chichi, pasa las emociones al bebé.
Yeah. Eso es lo
Yes.
que, yes.
So entonces I was like crying basically all my pregnancy. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, no le vas a dar. I'm like, no.
No le querías pasar esa
But I'll be
energía.
lying. I'll be like, oh my God, I don't get no milk. But I'll be like, boom.
Yes. Sí, no es
Yeah,
verdad.
and I will
Cuando
throw
uno-
it out. I will throw it out.
I think it's crazy that you said that people would ask you that because it's none of their business.
None of their
Exactly.
business.
Like, they don't know what you have going on
Yeah.
at all. There's a, like Melissa, preconceived notion that you just know, right? You, as a woman, you're going to be a great mom right off the bat.
Everything's
Right.
expected
But
to be the same.
no one knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
You learn as you go. And we have this idea that, we're going to be good. So once we get there and it's tough, you're like, well, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not this? Why am I not that? I mean, I'm not a mom, but I can imagine in other things in my life, right? I can be like, well, how come I'm doing everything right? Why is it not happening? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was my reason. I'm like, no tengo leche. I'll be like, nope. But I would. My breath will be hurting, but I'm like, nope.
How they turn to like rocks.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
yes.
the pain.
And huge.
I will have ice packs, literally.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Y luego like all those old wives' tales con the cabbage.
Oh, yeah.
Que te los
So it
pones
doesn't
on your
hurt.
boobs so they don't hurt, man. That stuff didn't help. I was at lunch yesterday with a friend, and we were actually having a conversation about when someone gives birth, and like a lot of people may show up to the hospital, and that is so great. It's such a sweet gesture, but I was saying that it's so hard when you just were in labor, like if you had a C-section or if you had birth, it's like you're in labor for so many hours, and at the end of it all, you just want to rest.
Yep.
And then you're like, everyone comes in and then they're like staring at you and you're you're looking crazy.
Yeah.
And then how everyone's checking on the baby, like, how's the baby? This, and like, who checks on the mom?
Yeah.
Like, who really like checks on the mom? Obviously, it's a great thing. It's such a joyous time, pero I was like, wow, like that's so true. I never looked at it that way. It's so true.
Yeah, I didn't want nobody there. For my first child, I was in labor for 28 hours.
Wow.
28 hours. So I wasn't able to push. I didn't know how. Nobody teaches you how to push. So my face got really red, like with a lot of dots.
Me too.
Like,
Oh, from like when you
from
cry
the-
too much or the
Because
pressure,
it was-
the
yeah,
little
my
veins
friend-
burst.
Yeah.
Like broken
freckles.
capillaries.
See,
yeah.
That's
and I
what
had
it's
it in
called.
my eyes, like they were
Oh my
popped. Oh my god, it was
goodness.
so bad.
Yeah, and I had it like for a couple of days. I'm like, is this gonna go away? What's gonna happen?
And you're so fair that
Yeah.
Me
it's
too.
probably very prominent.
Yeah, because I will put a makeup, you can still see the spot.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then they like came in and they're like, oh wow, what happened to you?
More than 3
Like
weeks,
I
right?
just pushed a human being out of my body.
For 28 hours, right? Are you
28 hours.
expected to look
Yeah.
How
perfect?
dare you ask?
Yeah, and the second one is easier. I gave birth at 41 week though. At 41 week.
pasaste.
Yeah. So they had to induce my labor. I went to the hospital at 5 in the morning and I had it by 10 a.m. So it was easy.
Yeah.
My third one, it was easy as well. I think I was in there for like 6 or 7 hours. But for the first one, god damn.
Yeah. My first one was only like maybe a total of 5 to 6 hours. It was so, my son salió, my water broke, he came out quick. It was
You did the work.
Yeah, she did.
So they were like, oh, with the second one, you better come. You know, whenever you do again get pregnant, you need to come right away because the baby's just going to pop right out. Yeah, right.
So we know that the 3 most common mental illnesses are anxiety, depression, and bipolar disorder. Can I start first, guys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of course.
So as you all know, last year was it ended terribly for me. So, at work, they've been telling me to go see some seek counseling. But me being this Mexican daughter that I am, where, it's all in your head. It's the way you're thinking. No necesitas hablar con nadie. Como dijimos last time, no necesitas sacar tus trapitos al sol.
Mm-hmm.
So, como a la misma vez quiero ir, pero hay algo que no me deja. So, I'm a writer. So, I wrote a poem. And I was in some really dark times. And I wrote a poem, because I was in the dumps. So, writing is like where I express myself, where nobody can judge me, it's just me and the pen and the paper. So, I was completely raw and uncensored. And when I finished writing it, I wanted so badly to share it because I'm like, wow. Even I was like, whoa, this is so good. I wanted to share it. Pero al mismo tiempo, I'm like, no, because I can't. To the only person I could share it with, my husband, I feel like I didn't want to put that on him. I didn't want to worry about me. So I was like, I want to hear it. And so I searched in my phone, the text-to-speech.
Oh, mm-hmm.
So, pero no encontré nada. I don't know. So I'm like, why is nothing? I had to download stuff, and I'm like, I'm not downloading anything. So I went to this popular website where you ask questions and it answers for you. Mm-hmm. You all know which one that one is?
Yeah, I just found out about
that. So I was
that
like, read it to me. And I copied and pasted my poem. It said, we don't have that feature. I think I need to pay for that feature. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh my God. But what it did, it was it analyzed it for me. And I'm going to read what it said. So this is all quote from this website. This piece seems to convey deep emotional pain, trauma, and a sense of relentless sorrow. Oh, my poem is called Melissa's Always Sad. So it says, the repetition of Melissa's Always Sad creates a sense of inevitability. How do you say the word? Inevitability?
Inevitable.
The repetition. As though sadness is an integral part of her existence. The imagery is stark and vivid, touching on themes of neglect, abuse, and a loss of self, creating a feeling of powerlessness and isolation. I completely felt validated and so self-aware because I know I have so much trauma, but I know me, and I know I'm not going to go and get help. I also know that I always, ¿cómo se dice? ¿Cómo es lo que te dice? A chingarle pa'lante?
Yeah.
That even though it takes me a while, I'm going to keep pushing forward for my children. But the ways I seek help is me writing, me listening to music. That's how I battle this thing I have.
So for you, like the writing, that's like journaling, Melissa. So it's like a form of self-care that you're doing. But like you said, you felt seen, right?
Yes. And called out by that website.
I'm 100% pro counseling and therapy.
Yes,
and I think how you felt, that is what they will do for you. So if I, in any way that will help you maybe think about wanting to do it, like that is what they're there for. They're professionals, because at the end of the day, that's a machine.
Yeah.
You know, it does have helped me a lot too, like to be writing it or to be writing to myself and then burning it.
Letting it go.
Letting it go.
Yes.
Like give it the last cry
Yeah.
and burning it. That has helped me a lot.
Sí, eso me ayudó a mí también mucho.
Like
Sí.
ask for forgiveness or even perdonar a la persona without even them knowing.
I
Or
can't
letting
do that.
them- Or letting the person know what made you hurt. It's hard. I'm not gonna lie. About the counseling, about therapy, I was one of them as well, because we come from parents that, like you said,
I
we
think all
don't
the Latinos are like that.
we don't believe on it, or quédate callado para que nadie sepa. So for me, this was the first time about a year ago that I went, and I took 3 of them. The first one, la mandé a la mierda, pero the other 2, they were good, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, the first one, I think I should go say it, I'm sorry. But I'm like, hell no, I'm not. But I will definitely recommend it. I know that it's hard. It's hard to break that wall. It was hard for me, because everybody would be telling me, you need to go, we don't see you okay, you need to go, you need to find help, you need to find help. And I'll be like, no, I'm fine. Tomorrow's going to be the same day. Uno se levanta, trabajar, same thing, the same routine. And it's sad to say it, but a lot of times the routine makes you feel safe. The same routine.
Yeah.
But you'll still have that void in your heart, though. You'll still have that thought in your mind. So it is hard. Even though they say, oh, to keep yourself busy, but where the fuck do I put the mind at?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll be busy like from the morning to dark, but my mind will be going wild.
Yes.
To me, it's the idle moments where if I'm not at work and then I just find myself thinking, that's like, I'm like, nope, I need to be doing something. So that's why I picked up puzzling, because I'm like, I need to be constantly doing something. Otherwise, my mind just goes somewhere else.
But did you know that like, and that's happening a lot, I think, too, with social media and TikTok, right? Like the scrolling, the inevitable, just keep going, keeping my mind busy. But you're never truly resting, because your mind is always going and going and going and going.
And that's why you can crash. And that's why you can get into a deep depression, because you're just going with emotions, but you're not stopping and really saying, okay, what's going on with me? Like, I need to work on this, you know? Like Jessie said, with my first therapist, I ran. I said never. Because once you open that door, it's scary and it's painful. But then I went back again for like a couple months, and then I said, all right, I'm good.
No, because the weird thing is that when you go, you want to talk about that subject, what's making you hurt. But they go deep in, like talking about your childhood. They start talking about things about your parents, your brothers. So, and I'm like, but why do I need to be telling you about this? I didn't came for this. I came for this. But I need to know in that way so I can fix that problem for you. I need to know your past.
The root of the problem. They want to get into the root.
Yeah, and that's when I found out about my mom. That's when I found out that she made me silent for so many years without me even knowing. There'll be times that I'll be suffering. I'll just take a drive to her house, and I will just go to her house, and I'll be like, just hug me. And she would tell me, ¿Qué tienes, mi gordita? I'm like, nothing. La extrañaba. Más abrázame. But she wouldn't know that a few hours ago, he just hit me. But I wouldn't tell her because she gave me her back. And I couldn't tell her that because it's your mom. They know what you're saying. They know what you're doing. So that made me silent for so many years until I touched the breaking point.
Mm-hmm.
And it saddens me to hear you, Prima. I know that a lot of times I went through it as well, when people will be telling me, you need to find help, you need to do this. And I'll be just screaming like, leave me the fuck alone. I know what's best for me. I know what I'm doing. I know. But relatedly, if you will see yourself in someone else's eyes, you'll be in pain to see yourself that way. Because it's really sad. En this transcurso de que lo dejé yo a él y todo eso, llegó el punto de que mis papás me dieron la espalda, mis hermanos. My kids got taken away from me. They lived with their father. Around that time, I started meeting this guy that it was my husband. So everybody started with the rumor, or she left the kids because of this guy. And I let a lot of people think that. I never defended myself. Never. Until one day, I chose to date. I couldn't handle it anymore. That year, I lost my parents. That year, I lost my siblings. That year, a lot of people I saw looking at me weird.
But by date, you mean like...
What?
By that you chose a date.
Oh,
¿Tenías un plan o
de quitarme la
de
vida.
quitártela? Ajá.
Yo tenía el plan, ya estaba ya juntada con él. Teníamos como unos 2 o 3 meses que nos habíamos movido a un apartamento. Y ya no podía. Yo tenía que ser fuerte para él, para que no me viera triste. Tenía que ser fuerte para las personas del trabajo. Pero era un pesor tan enorme que no puedo explicar en los brazos, que ya no podía. Yo me sentía que no podía, y hasta que un día me dijo la señora, Jessica, ya no te puedo ver así. Como que he was giving up on me as well. And I'm like, oh my God, I cannot lose him either. Pero en realidad yo dije, ya no puedo. Ese año había perdido todo. Y entonces yo trabajaba en un cierto de receptionist. Y entonces ese día yo salía a las 4. Yo sabía que ese día él salía a las 8 de la noche. Y yo salí de la hora de mi lunch y le dije a mi manager, I cannot come back. And they're like, oh, okay, well, have a nice weekend. I'm like, oh, yeah, thank you. I'm like, I'll see you Monday. But I knew I wasn't going to see her. And then I got home. Me tomé ciertas pastillas, que eran casi como 3 frascos. Y yo le mandé un mensaje yo a él. Y I think he felt like the way how I
Wrote it.
I don't know. I think he just felt it.
Presintió.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing that I remember, I was in the hospital.
Well, thank God.
And I got mad. I was mad when I opened my eyes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, fuck, it didn't work. So I was hospitalized for 9 days. So es algo feo de pasar eso. Y ya luego, en el curso de los años, pues sí me ayudó un poco. El trabajo se dio cuenta de lo que había pasado, because I was off from work so many days. Pero mi familia hubo poca que se dio cuenta, no mucha. Y entonces le seguí con la vida, seguí peleando yo por mis hijos, seguí peleando por todo eso. Ya de allí, esta persona todavía tuvo el valor de... Estuve yo juntada con él 8 años. Tuvimos un trámite de papeles, que yo le estaba arreglando papeles yo a él. Créanme que yo sentía que yo me había sacado la lotería. Yo presumía yo a mi esposo, persona que nos conoció, no hubo ninguna persona que no nos dijera, wow, you have a nice marriage, I wish I would have that with my husband, I wish this and that. Y eso me agrandaba. I would be feeling huge. Hasta mi abuelita le decía 1000 usos, because he will do anything for me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hasta que llegó él a su pueblo, and everything changed. So to see the person that you love that was there for you, that basically saved your life, cheat on you, do you bogus for 6 months straight, it was a toll to me. Y por la misma creencia de mi mamá, no cuentes nada, yo no le decía nada a nadie. Hasta que ya no pude, le llamé a una tía que la considero como mi mamá. Hasta que ella me dijo, ¿te vienes o voy por ti? Y ella hacía pantalones. I'm like, oh, hell no, I cannot have my tía over here.
¿Es hermana de tu mamá o?
Primo, hermana, son primos hermanos con mi papá.
Oh, okay.
Su papá de mi tía y el papá de mi papá son hermanos.
Okay.
So, entonces, yo me estuve hablando mucho con ella por teléfono cuando yo estaba en este lugar. Hablé con una de mis mejores amigas que considero mi hermana. Y esto fue que me dijo ella. Entonces yo le llamé al trabajo, hablé con mi manager y le dije él si mi trabajo me lo podía dar para atrás. Tu trabajo es tuyo.
Oh.
So, yo me llegué aquí como decir un miércoles y ya el lunes ya estaba trabajando. Llegué yo aquí a los Estados Unidos, ahora sí, con $3.72. A pesar de todo lo que él había hecho, porque es un long story, I can be here for days, trying to make it short, yo le pedí a él que me diera, por favor, dinero para llegar para atrás, porque yo había entregado el apartamento, había puesto todo en el storage, y había dejado todo eso yo pagado antes que yo me fuera, para no darle estrés yo a él. De allí, él me dijo a mí, mirándome a los ojos, ¿qué te voy a dar yo a ti? ¿Cómo te voy a dar yo algo a ti que no te sudo? And when he told me that, I'm like, you're a piece of shit. I'm like, okay. And he was like happily to take me to the airport. And I got here with $3.72. That amount I will never forget. Never, 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 never. Llegué yo aquí súper, súper mal. Cuando uno pasa a través de cosas así, de ver la persona que tú amas, because he was my first in everything, even though I had a person before, but I never loved him. Él fue la excusa de escapar mi casa. And to see it in your eyes, that person change, es algo que no le deseo a nadie. Hasta yo le dije una vez yo a él, I wish que me hubieras pegado, porque cuando aquel pendejo me pegaba, a las horas se me quitaba el dolor, y lo que me hiciste es tú lo cargo cada segundo de la vida. And this friend that I'm talking about, that I consider my sister, she heard me cry, she heard me in my lowest, she helped me so, so much, and I'm so grateful to her. That, gracias a eso, conocí a mucha gente, porque yo nomás entraba al trabajo, salía, because I will consider him my only friend. Conocí a mucha gente que me ha ayudado ahorita en el transcurso, y más ella, que le hablé de mi problema miles de veces, y she was always, always, always there. And she still is. And I'm so grateful to her. Now, if you're hearing this, you know that I love you.
You're a real one.
Pero sí llegué con muchas secuelas.
Yeah.
Mi anemia se había puesto peor, había perdido yo mucho peso, mi pelo no es el mismo que era antes. Mi dormir, al principio yo dormía como una media hora, despertaba paniqueada y estaba despierta, y yo tenía que levantarme a las 4 para ir a trabajar. There will be times that I'll be going to work like 1 hour sleep. Eso es algo traumático, porque cuando yo escucho a otra persona, oh, he cheated on me, I know everybody goes through it separately, different emotions, pero de verdad que es algo súper feo, porque ahora ya no creo yo en alguien, no puedo yo creer en un hombre, o cuando hay hombres que se quieren conocerme, que yo digo, wow, he's a full package, pero no le doy la oportunidad por el miedo que no quiero llegar otra vez a eso.
Yeah, because you thought you knew the guy.
It's hard to trust someone.
And he was probably just masking or pretending till he got what he wanted. And then...
Y eso es lo que me dijo la terapista la primera, por eso le mandé la chingada.
Well, it looks like we've run out of time.
Okay, guys, if you like what you heard, make sure to subscribe and tune in next time. Thank you for hanging out with us. Until next time, adiós, guapo.
Adiós, guapo.